Up, everybody? We're going to be breaking down Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker, and maybe Belal and Ian Garry. We're not breaking down the whole card because the whole card's dog shit. I made a whole video breaking down the whole card, and then I deleted it because it was so terrible. We'll go over the main event, the co-main event. Maybe the main card. I'll scroll through the fights. Let's just start off with the co-main event, and then we'll move to the main event. I'll scroll through and be like, yeah, here's my pick. I'm not going to go into detail, though. All right. Belal Muhammad versus Ian Garry. Co-main event. Guys, I thought this fight was 5 rounds for the longest time. I think this week I finally learned it was not the main event. Sorry, I got a message. All right, I'm sorry that it was not a 5-round fight. But I don't think it changes. I'm going Ian Garry by decision. I just don't think Belal's going to be able to hold him down, dude. Ian Garry's a minus 190 favorite. It'll probably be 200, minus 200 by the night. First of all, I'm on Tapology, right? Tapology, why do you have him ranked number 11 at welterweight and Belal at number 2? They put... Look how stupid Tapology is being right now. So Islam at 1, obviously. Belal at 2? Why is Jack not at 2? Jack beat the brakes off Belal. Beat the absolute brakes off him. What the fuck? So that's retarded. And they have... Where is he? Right here. Ian Garry at 11. Ian Garry at 11. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Have him way below Carlos Prates, who he beat. Shavkat at 9 is kind of crazy. I get he hasn't fought in a while, Shavkat, but he is not 9. Like J.J. McCarthy, 9. Anyways, Ian Machado Garry, Ian Garry, Cuck. He's just going to outstrike him. Obviously, he's going to outstrike him. I don't see him knocking him out. He really doesn't have the power to knock people out. Or obviously he has the power to knock people out, but I mean, he hasn't got a finish in 2 years. Let's call it how it is. Neil Magny 2 years ago already. Decision. Couldn't even finish Neil Magny. Jeff Neal split decision. I was there for that fight. A terrible fight, by the way. He won. Michael Venom Page almost had a sub in the first, but didn't. Decision. Kind of a dud. Lost to Shavkat. It was kind of a dud fight also. And Carlos Prates he beat. Yeah. Ian Garry's had some kind of stinkers the last 4 fights. It kind of been stinky. That Prates fight wasn't fun. There was the 5th round when Prates almost knocked him out, but that was about it. It wasn't a fun fight. I'm not saying Belal has fun fights. Fucking Vincente Luque, boring. Sean Brady, standing TKO. It was like a boring TKO, I'll give you that. Gilbert Burns, the most boring fight. Gilbert had 1 arm. Leon Edwards just wrestle-fucked him. Boring. Jack Del Manolena, an actual fun fight because he couldn't take JDM down, and so he was forced to strike and got fucking pieced up. Got rocked multiple times. But yeah, I think it's going to be an on-the-feet fight. Maybe Belal will get him down once, maybe twice. If he does, I think he pops back up, Ian Garry. And yeah, I mean, it's really not that much to say. I think it should be 5 rounds. I think Ian Garry's a 5-round fighter now. Honestly, I don't know why I think this, but I feel like Ian Garry's more of a 5-round fighter than Belal is at this point. I don't even know why I say that. There's no logic behind that. There's no there's nothing to back me up on that. It's just that's how I feel about it. He should be a 5-round fighter. We'll move on. Like, first of all, we're not going to move on. Do you really see Ian Garry putting Belal out? I don't. When's the last time Belal's been put out? Jeff Neal, 8 years ago? I don't know. Something like that. Or Luque, 8 years ago? Like, do you see Belal Muhammad knocking out Ian Garry? No, obviously not. Do you see him submitting anybody? No. Do you see him lane praying? I don't. I really don't. Because I don't think he'll be able to get there. Ian Garry by decision. Arman Tsarukyan by decision over Dan Hooker. Don't be surprised. I almost switched this to a submission in like round 3 or 2 or something. But I don't think I will. I'm going to keep it decision. The reason I say that is Tsarukyan's got decent striking. Let's not act like he doesn't. He's pretty well-rounded. Obviously, his grappling's better, but what is his nickname? I've never heard this in my life. I don't even know how to say that. I was trying to like sound it out in my head. Anyways, I've never heard. That's not his fucking nickname. That's like them having Sean Strickland as Tarzan. Like, he hasn't gone by Tarzan in fucking 10 years. Anyways. I can see Tsarukyan. Obviously, he's going to take him down. I think he just takes him down. I think he lands some ground and pound here and there. I think he strikes with him a bit. I think Dan's going to be too worried about the takedown, and he's going to get pieced up on the feet a little bit. I think Dan will land, like, 2 good shots that are like, oh, you know, like that. I think that's I'm going to say, like 2 times in this fight from Dan Hooker. Just boom, like a clean one. And like maybe Tsarukyan takes a step back and Dan starts putting the pressure on. And then he shoots, Arman shoots, and then gets him down or something, right? I can also see Tsarukyan, like, hurting Dan Hooker on the feet, too. Don't forget, Dan Hooker's last fight against Gamrot over a year ago, by the way, which he lost. He did not... First of all, Dan Hooker's got the most fraudulent... I like Hooker. He's entertaining as fuck. He's pretty powerful. He gets finishes for the most part, or he drops people at least. His record is fraudulent. He should be 1-5. Lost to Islam, right? Lost to Arnold Allen, whatever. Beat Claudio Pugliese. This dude was terrible. That's the guy who always pulls like knee bar, heel hook shit. This dude was terrible. I hope he's not in the UFC anymore. I think he fought recently. Like within the last 6 months. Anyways. He did not beat Jalen Turner. He didn't. Decision split. He didn't. I don't think he beat him. Dan Hooker's a dog for fighting through a broken arm against Jalen Turner. Remember that? And he got... Bless me. And then he got head kicked by Jalen Turner. Then he got a little rocked, but he wasn't hurt. He wasn't like badly hurt. Crazy. This dude's nuts. This guy looks like a nerd in this picture. Anyways. He did not beat Jalen Turner. And he did not beat Gamrot. This is what I mean, too, when I say I can see Arman catching him. Did I already say that? I don't know if I did say that. I think Arman's going to... I could see Arman, like, clipping him and dropping him. Or, like, stumbling him or something. And that leads into a submission. That's why I was going to pick submission, like, round 3. Like, he gets wrestled for 2 rounds or some shit. And then he's worried about the takedown. Then Arman lands a big shot on him. Dan kind of stumbles. Maybe gets wobbled. You know, maybe he's hurt a tiny bit. Then Arman shoots and gets a sub off on him. That's what I can see happening also. Like, Gamrot hurt him. If you guys rewatch that fight, Gamrot had Dan Hooker hurt also. Same situation. Dan was worried about the wrestling. Like, obviously, Dan Hooker's a better striker than Gamrot. If they have a boxing match or a kickboxing match, Dan Hooker wins 10 out of 10 times. But he was so nervous of that takedown because Gamrot kept taking him down. Dan Hooker did not win this fight either. He didn't. Dan Hooker dropped Gamrot one time in the fight, which is good for him. You know, that's what I mean. He can hurt people. He's a good striker. He got he not grapple fucked, but he got wrestled like pretty clearly, I thought. Like it was a close fight. Don't get me wrong, it was a close fight. But I don't think he won. God, I'm congested, man. Yeah, he didn't win that fight. I think it's gonna be the same thing. If Tsarukyan drops him, it's gonna be the exact same thing how Gamrot dropped him. He was worried for the takedown. Boom, gets hit. Did he get dropped by him or just wobbled? I might need to rewatch that fight. He got hurt, though, definitely. I remember that happening. It's going to be the same thing, but Tsarukyan's more of a finisher than Gamrot is. When's the last time Gamrot's finished a fight? Ever? I don't know. When's the last time? Multiple years. I don't remember him finishing fights in the last 4 years, 3 years. Anyways, Tsarukyan's going to win. He's just going to take him down. Gonna take him down. That's all. Then he's gonna land some shots on the ground a bit. Is he? Yeah, he probably will. This dude hasn't fought since UFC 300. He's been doing a lot of grappling stuff too, Arman. Like he just had that match with Benson Henderson. What, a month ago, maybe? Maybe 2 months ago. And when he submitted him, put him out cold, but I think he's just gonna win by decision or submission. If you say submission like round 3, round 4, maybe round 2, I say round 3 submission. That's solid. You'll probably get plus money on that also, because he's a minus 440 favorite. He's a heavy favorite. Dan Hooker's almost 36. That's crazy. Yeah, but Tsarukyan needs to fight. Good thing he's fighting. Good thing he's not, like, bitching out and, like, waiting for a title shot. Like, I can see Shavkat waiting for a title shot because he doesn't fight. Dude hasn't fought in a year and a half. Crazy. And I was supposed to be at that fight when he was fighting Islam. We were in L.A., and then it got changed. So we had to watch him beat fucking, what's it called? Moicano. Look at this. 90% of people are picking Tsarukyan on Tapology. And 40% of people picking Tsarukyan think he's going to win by KO. 31 by submission and 24 by decision. See what I mean? A lot of people have him by finish. That's crazy. It's not crazy because I just said that. I think submission, if anything, over a knockout. Let's just scroll through here. I'll give you guys my picks. I think I think Volkan Ozdemir is going to win. I think Menifield's not that great. He's okay. Volkan obviously has been in the game a while. Doesn't fight very often. Maybe once a year. But I think he's just going to, I'm not going to break down these fights. I think he's going to knock out Alonzo Menifield. Jack Hermanson versus Orblai. I think Orblai's going to, he's either going to knock him out. I don't see Jack Hermanson winning. I really don't. He's 37. Orblai's 27. Coming off a bad KO loss 4 months ago. Almost 5 months ago. 4.5 months ago. He's going to get fucking chinned or he's going to lose by decision. I might change this to a knockout. At 37, you're coming back 4 months after a KO is crazy. Out cold KO. Left hook. He's out cold. Head hits. He's staring up into the earth. And Gregory Rodriguez, a hammer fist of death like Francis Ngannou. Boom! Right on his jaw. And he's like, seriously, he's stiff as a board, not moving. Boom! I went, holy shit. Shamil Gaziev versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. It's supposed to be Shamil Gaziev versus Polar Bear. What's his nickname's Polar Bear? Sergey Spivak. I picked Shamil by decision. I picked him by decision against Sergey anyways. It's the same. He's not going to win Cortez Acosta. He's flying across the world on 3 days' notice for a fight against someone who's okay. Cortez is okay too. But just like fights I don't care about. Like this card is full of dog shit fights. I know people are going to be like, oh, that's Takeru and Bekov. What are you talking about, dog shit fight? Dude, who gives a fuck? That's Kaori Horiguchi. What are you talking about, dude? That dude's awesome. He's sweet. He's awesome. What are you talking about? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care if he's your Japanese legend. Like, I don't care. I don't care. It's flyweight. I don't care. Look at this. This is what I mean. I don't care. People are split 50-50 who they're picking. 49% of people picked Horiguchi. 51% for Ulanbekov. 83 and 88% pick decision. Crazy. That's how I don't give a fuck. Luke Riley, good prospect out of the UK, out of England, more specifically. Rest in peace, England. Good favorite, minus 265. I actually had him by round 1 KO, but I switched it to decision. He could win by KO. He's won a lot of fights by KO. His last 3 out of 4 by KO. But Bogdan Grad isn't terrible. Lost to Muhammad Natmiov about 4 months ago by decision. 5 months ago. Got a couple KOs, a submission in here. He's not bad. Not bad. But Luke Riley, hopefully this is a good prospect coming up. 26 years old, a lot of time to work. Coming out of Cage Warriors. Hopefully he does good. Maybe he makes that first round KO, like I said. I'm going to be upset if he gets a first round KO, because that's what I had it at. But yeah, half of people basically think that he's going to win by KO. I picked him, so. Nicholas Dalby versus Saigid. No one cares. Nicholas Dalby's kind of, you know what I mean? Minus 390 favorite. This dude hasn't fought in like 4 years, right? 3 years, yeah. Crazy work, if that's true, if that's correct. I'm going to pull up Nicholas Dalby's Instagram on my phone real quick. Read his description for me. LGBTQ. Hoorah. BLM. Hoorah. Supporter. Hoorah. PMA, mental health advocate. I don't know what that means. This dude's from Denmark. Anyways, remember when Nicholas Dalby got starched out cold by Randy Brown 6 months ago? Face first, ass up into the octagon. Crazy how that works. Anyway, he's gonna get knocked out in 1. He's 41 years old. Get out of the sport. I'm not even gonna hate on him. He's just fucking. It's like, come on. Who cares? Like, no one cares about Alex Perez or Asu Almabayev. No one gives a fuck. I had him by decision. I changed it because I realized, what the fuck am I doing? He's a decision. I can't even fucking talk. That's how pissed I am. He's a decision merchant. Decision. Lost by KO to Manal Cop. Fucking Alex Perez is washed in ass. Anyone from Lemoore is ass. Look at this. 83 by decision. Why did I have him? I was part of the 9% before this video. And I changed it. He's going to win by decision. He's like, who gives a flying fuck? Number 10 and number 12 ranked flyweights. Who cares? This dude is going to kill him. He's just getting fed. He's 35. This dude's 24. Coming off 3 losses in a row, 2 of which are by KO. 1 year and then 8 months back to back. And then lost by decision to Julius Walker. This dude's going to fucking get murdered. 2 wins by KO and 2 submissions and a decision in his last 5 fights. Coming off the Contender Series you got a knockout. Punches a knee. He's going to KO first round. Maybe a submission. Probably not. Let's see what other people say. 84 by KO. 6 by submission. Yeah. He's gonna get chinned. What do you want me to say? Next, Topuria versus Bezcat. I don't know this Begzat guy. I don't know him. He's had 2 fights. He's lost to Umar. I'm trying to remember. Like, I don't even remember him fighting Umar a year and 8 months ago. So he must have fought like right before, right after Umar knocked out Ronnie Barcelos. He knocked out Ronnie in the Apex. I don't remember. I really don't remember that fight. I remember him beating Brad Katona. Like, I remember Brad getting finished recently, so it must have been by him. And Topuria, he won by decision, right? Yeah. Guess Colby Thickness, that's right. I picked Topuria by decision, but, like, who knows? A lot of people have Topuria by decision. 36% of people picked Almacan, whatever his name is. Like, the odds are pick 'em, minus 115, minus 115. Like, I'm sorry. This is why I'm just skipping through these, because I'm not 100% confident in my picks for these. I'm pretty confident in the top ones that I picked. I just don't know. Ryan Loder versus, like, who cares? Next, this guy's going to win. I had Loder by KO, like, round 3, and then I thought about it a little more, and I said, what am I doing? He's 34 going against a 29-year-old. He's coming off a KO loss 6 months ago. He's probably going to be, like, a little nervous to throw. Maybe not. This dude, he looks like an idiot, kind of. 7-2 record, not terrible, not bad. 24-8, also not bad. A lot more experience for Ishmael. I'm way young, 5 years younger, too. 6 years younger. 5 years, sorry. Have him by decision. Minus 185 favorite. So the odds aren't that far apart. Don't be surprised if Loder wins. Actually, kind of be surprised. I don't think Ryan Loder's that great. He's okay. A lot of people, 60-40. Yeah. Move on. Rock versus Aliev. He's going to win. Rock's got like a bunch of submissions, I want to say. I think he has like 8 submissions on his record. Yeah, sub, decision. Split decision, by the way, in his last promotion. And then he's coming over to the UFC. Not a great look. I don't want you coming in on a split decision and then coming into the UFC going against an undefeated guy who lays in praise. Eagle FC. That's funny. That's a good one. My 340 favorite, so pretty decent size. Yeah, I just don't think Rock's going to win. Call me crazy. The guy from Tajikistan. Good record, though. 12-1-1. Good record. He lays in praise a decent amount. I think. I say I think because I haven't watched his fights. I look at the stats for these guys I give 0 fucks about. And he had like 8 minutes of control time in his last fight, or like this fight or that fight. One of them. Where he like had 8 minutes of control time with like 30 strikes or something, and he won by decision, obviously. So I don't know how this is gonna. This guy's a submission guy, so I don't think he's gonna want to do that. But a lot of people have him. 87% think he's gonna win by decision. 87% picked him to win, and 88% thinks he's gonna win by decision. Yeah, 13. Obviously, if you pick Rock, you're going for a submission. As you can see, submission and decision are really high. If you pick Rock, you pick submission. If you pick Aliev, you pick decision. That's all it is, and I'm picking Aliev by decision. He's beat better guys. He's beat Rafael Alves and Joe Selecki. Obviously, this guy's debuting, right? He's going to win by decision. And the first fight of the card, Bulio versus Denzel Freeman. I picked Denzel Freeman. Just 2 shitty heavyweights. He's minus 200 favorite. That doesn't mean anything at heavyweight. This guy, he's undefeated, 6-0 and 6-1. So good records here. Honestly, this guy just looks like a dip fuck, and I can see him just like going out goofy. Like I can see him like getting hit with a straight right. This is just me like looking at his face. This is what I see. I see Denzel Freeman fucking putting it on him, hit him with a right. I can see him like falling onto his ass. Like, boom. Remember how Chris Barnett did the somersault, the front flip when he won by knockout, the spinning heel kick knockout, finished by the ground pound? He went and jumped and did a front flip and landed on his ass, and the whole cage and the cameras were shaking. I see that's how he's going to go down. Just land straight flat on his ass and then get finished on the ground. I don't know why. I could just see that happening. This dude looks like a loser. Denzel Luke Fox Freeman. 34 and 32, which is crazy. People can start MMA such an old age for heavyweight. 34 years old. And he has a record of 6-1. It's not like his record is 20 and 4, you know? And 32 years old for 6-0. Like, these guys started fighting within the last 3 years. No, I'm sorry. They turned pro in the last 3 years. I'm sure they have some amateur fights. But when did they start training? Maybe when they're like 28, 25, 28. Like, that's crazy. I'm 21 right now. That's crazy. More people pick Bulio, actually. And obviously it's all by KO. No, these guys aren't going to go to the decision. 58% of people picked Bulio, and Freeman, only 42% picked Freeman. But Bulio's the underdog here. Yeah, I mean, he's plus money. These heavyweight fights can go either way, though, you know? It's just like whoever lands first a lot of times. They're big boys. Denzel Freeman's a little bit bigger than him, so that's something to look at. 20 pounds, last time they fought. LFA. Okay, so both the guys are making their debut. PFL. Try to look at any names that I recognize. Yeah. Denzel Freeman by KO. Round 2, I don't know. Round 2, round 1. I see round 2, like they get slow. This guy gets like tired and does what I say. But yeah, or does what I predicted, just falls on his ass. But yeah, guys, thanks for viewing. Let me know what y'all think. I just started reading these. These are kind of interesting. 84% by decision. Crazy. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. My Tapology is here. If you guys are on Tapology, it's DookieFartMMA_YT. Here I am. I just joined like last week. 9-4 record. That's what I went last week on the UFC 322 card. So 70%. We'll round up. Yeah, if you guys want to do it, invite me to your fantasy games. We can do that. I'm in one with my buddy right now. 3rd degree white belt. Trying to get that blue belt. Just like my I got my blue belt certificate back there, if you guys can see. Right there. That's my blue belt certificate. Got to get to my blue belt, like in real life. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. We'll be breaking down the submission wins after this fight card, or any good grappling. So yeah, let me know what y'all think of my predictions. Let me know if you disagree with any. I'm sure people do. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Subscribe.